Happy New Year to all the students of C3 and all the trainees and all the participants of C3. At the outset, I'd like to congratulate C3 for doing such a wonderful work in terms of instituting training and propagating knowledge and information and upgrading the knowledge of even the practitioners. Now, for those of you who are keenly following C3 and would like to know exactly how to go ahead with the next exam, I have a bit of tips. I had been examining for different universities, for the national board, have been convening exams as well as for the Royal College. Now, it's not about intensive reading. Nowadays, the new terminology is smart reading. And what do I mean by a smart reading? First and the foremost thing is to divide your reading based on the different tables that you are going to encounter. So what I would suggest and recommend to all trainees is capture as many pictures as you can as you are doing your daily OPD practice. The second is try to read extensively OSCEs as much as possible, and very importantly practice your OSCEs thoroughly. What I mean by OSCEs and deciphering OSCEs is that quite often you would actually do fantastic if you're given an infinite amount of time, but once you are sitting in front of a big computer and you have to complete it in 3 minutes time and then somebody is going to take it away, it's your reflex that actually matters, and therefore it's also about practicing OSCEs regularly. The second important thing is, as you go to the case, my recommendation is you make a long list of the possible cases. You make a long list of the possible short cases. You make a long list of the possible instruments. You make a long list of all the possible core areas in different tables. Quite often, most of the students I have seen are focused on the long case and they're very casual about the tables. But you must understand that the tables do have a major role to play in your pass and fail. And therefore, I would suggest that you read and put in a tick box across all the core areas and put in a tick as you go ahead in your planning and preparing for the exam. The other area which I thought many of the candidates are quite weak is the table where they are asked to deal with statistics and research methodology. I would recommend that you read at least a bit of basic medical statistics, spend an evening, jot down the points, because that table actually has 10 marks. Coming to the preparation for the theories, I would suggest that you actually divide again, and you must have a good amount of emphasis on the subspecialty paper, because most often what mistakes candidates make is they have a little less preparation or orientation to the subspecialty table and they do not do so good in that table. And finally, I would end here. I'm not going to take much time as we are on the 2023, the new year, and I'm sure most of you are going to enjoy it. But I must say that it's not only about smart reading, gaining information, building up your reflex, but very important to rehearse every table. Form a group, present your case, form a group and ask your roommates or your colleagues to ask you questions rapidly and bombard you even with the newer CT scan plate that you have seen. And I'm sure you are going to do fantastic. And once again, I extend my thanks to C3, and I'm sure they are going to do fantastic job not only in this country, but they are making real ripples in the field of learning and training globally. Thank you very much. Have a nice time.